Hi friends, we're going to talk about how to use your home canned goodies. So I'm going to be making chili for the rest of my family and a more plain bean soup for myself because I am 1,000 months pregnant and heartburn is real. So let me show you what we've got. We've got plain canned carrots, chicken bone broth. This is white beans with a little bit of pork and some broth in it. This is crushed tomatoes, and it was very well reduced, so it's very rich tasting. These are black beans, and then of course we've got cumin and chili powder for the chili, and some onions that I'll split between the two pots. So we'll heat up our pots. I'm doing a small pot for my bean soup and a larger pot for the chili, and I'm going to start by putting just a little bit of butter in there because I'm going to cook up the onions.
Flooding.
Just give that a little stir. I'm using the same ladle between the two because I don't really care if a little chili gets in the bean soup or bean soup gets in the chili. This one's hotter, so I'll put a little bit of onion in there.
This one.
Yeah, that one's not ready yet. Just a little bit because I'm making a small pot for myself.
Big pot like the other.
Yep, it's starting to sizzle, so we'll put the rest of the onion.
There you go.
Now if you had, bless you, if you had canned hamburger or sausage, this is a good point to put it into whatever you're cooking. I'm telling the video. Okay. I don't have any right now, but that's alright. We've been battling a stomach bug, so we're kind of going easy on things anyway. So you want to saute these up until they're kind of browned. And for the chili, I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Look at me. I'm talking to the camera, not to you. I'm going to add my chili powder and my cumin in with the onions. But I'm not adding any salt because a lot of my jarred foods have a decent amount of salt in them already. Once everything's browned, I'll bring you back. Let me show you how I open my jar lids so that I can reuse them. So I find the top of the glass band here and that narrow spot, and I get a knife, butter knife works, or whatever you got, or the handle of like a spoon or something, and you put it in between the metal lid and that last glass band. Kind of protect the lid by keeping it flat, and you just tip it up and then it opens up nicely. I'll do another one in case that one didn't get on camera very well. Let's do some crushed tomatoes. Top of the band. There we go. And I can reuse these lids for later. Alright, they're a little bit toasted up, so I'm going to start with my black beans here for my chili. Now one thing you can do is before you totally open it, you can shake it up so that the beans are a little bit more loose in there and they come out more easily, but I didn't think about that because I'm busy. But yeah, so that is actually a better way to do it. But we'll get these black beans in here in just a second. And in my bean soup, I'm actually going to start with my carrots. I drained some of the liquid off, most of it, but not all. Alright, we'll get the rest of the black beans now. This is my pork and beans, and it's already fairly loose because it has more broth in it, but stirring it up a little bit makes it easier. It's not opened yet, so I can still do that. I'm going to put most of this into... Okay, just a minute. I'm going to put most of it into my chili, but I'm going to pour some of the broth into my soup. Okay, Margaret. And get some of those nice ham chunks, pork chunks. Kind of split them up. She did not throw up. She just burped. All right. Then we'll get our crushed tomato, add it to the chili, and then I'm going to get my broth and put it into my bean soup mostly. Chicken bone broth. I'll give the kids a little bit. Now it is as simple as letting it cook. Now, I may add another pint of beans to this. It depends on how hungry my family seems to be when it gets closer to dinner time. After it cooks for a little bit, then I'm going to taste it and see if it needs any extra seasoning, any extra salt or anything. It probably won't. Alright, my family said that they could definitely eat more than I have there. So I'm going to add this jar of taco flavored pinto beans. I already drained half of the liquid out. But it'll be a good addition to the chili. And it'll thicken it up a little bit more. And we'll just cook it until it's reduced enough. And I'll probably give it a taste here in a minute to make sure it's seasoned well. So after giving each a little taste, I've determined they both need a little bit more salt. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more salt in. All right, I'll bring you back when it's done. What do you think of the chili?
It's pretty good. I haven't had it in a long time. Yeah, it even tastes like.
Thanks for coming along as I make up some soup. Hi, kitty. You gonna say bye too? Yeah. So thanks for coming along as I made up some soup from the things I've canned. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And yep, you can pretty much add anything you want to soups like that and chilies. Like I said, if I had some canned ground beef, that would have definitely been going in there. Or I could have put... She's a lover, isn't she? This is Meatball, by the way. Say hi, Meatball. All right. You can add frozen meat or whatever you got to. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this little short video. And we'll see you again soon. Hopefully sometime soon with a baby in arms. But until then, guess I got Meatball.